Let's turn to study about the roles of a determiner. A determiner sets the range of an object indicated by a noun or a pronoun. A proper noun is not described by a determiner because the proper noun to include the range of the indication by the proper noun is defined with the identity. In short, the object indicated by the proper noun is already distinguished as the subject or object indicated by the proper noun, whose number of the definitions is limitless and accepted as correct. The speakers in the linguistic group identify the subject or object indicated by a proper noun as a part of the limitless definitions. The fact that the speakers can identify that a subject or an object can be indicated by a proper noun means that the subject or object is identified in the conversation among the speaker and the listeners at the present. The description by a determiner or an adjective for the proper noun is not needed. A speaker who indicates an object with a noun or a pronoun to convey the only intention specifies the object with the determiner. There are two clauses. I see my friend. I see the friend. Let's suppose that the object indicated by the general noun friend is the same person in both clauses. From the application of each determiner, the listeners can understand the speaker focuses on the different aspects of the object indicated by the general noun friend. Even though the object indicated by the general noun friend is the same person, the speaker can focus on the distinctive aspects of the object according to the definition of the determiner to describe the general noun friend. The possessive determiner might to specify the range of the object with a revelation about the fact that the object belongs to a subject who is the speaker himself, conveys the only intention of the speaker that the object indicated by the noun friend is stated in the clause because the object belongs to the subject. Who is the speaker? The speaker focuses on the fact that the object indicated by the general noun friend is related to the speaker as the subject. The listeners can understand that from the definition of the possessive determiner my, the object indicated by the general noun friend belongs to the speaker as the subject. The speaker might deliver the intent to focus on the relationship between the speaker as the subject and the object indicated by the general noun friend. The listeners can understand that the speaker focuses on the aspect of the object indicated by the general noun friend included in the affectionate area of the speaker. There is the second clause, I see the friend. The determiner the to specify the object with a revelation about the fact that the object indicated by the noun friend is recognized by the speaker and the listeners in the conversation conveys the only intention of the speaker that the noun friend is stated in the clause because the object is recognized by the speaker and the listeners. the speaker who applies the determiner, that is the definite article the, that is related to the prefix the to symbolize the one, focuses on the fact that the object indicated by the general noun friend is already introduced from the prior context in the conversation among the speaker and the listeners already. So we can understand that there must be prior context to say about the object indicated by the general noun friend. A speaker who indicates an object with a noun or a pronoun to convey two intentions specifies the object with two determiners in a row. A part of determiners specifies the specified range of the object indicated by a noun or a pronoun by another determiner, again as a predeterminer. And the application of the two determiners in a row from a predeterminer to a determiner, we can understand the range of the specification by the definition of the determiner at first, and then we can think of the range of the specification by the definition of the predeterminer secondly. There are two clauses. The two clauses include the two determiners. The first determiner can be identified as a predeterminer, and the second determiner can be identified as the determiner. The prefix pre for the term predeterminer tells us that the predeterminer is additional to set the range of the indication after the main specification by the definition of the determiner. We can understand the role of a determiner into a specification. So, the specification by the determiner, the in the first clause and first in the second clause, is like a premise of the indication by the general noun student to indicate the object indicated by the general noun student primarily on the specified range of the object indicated by the general noun student. A part of the object can be specified again by the predeterminer all in the first clause and the in the second clause. So we can understand that the speaker who focuses on an aspect of a subject or an object can specify a profound aspect of the subject and the object whose indicative range is already specified by the definition of the determiner into the double specifications by the two determiners. The first clause is this: I see all the students. we can think of the range of the object indicated by the general noun student. From the definition of the general noun student, we can think of the people in the world who study a subject. The range of the object indicated by the general noun student is very wide. We will start to make it narrow from the two descriptions by the predeterminer all and the determiner the. The speaker intends to indicate the object indicated by the general noun student who are already introduced in the conversation among the speaker and the listeners from the prior context according to the definition of the determiner the. From the application of the predeterminer all, the speaker can indicate every object included in the range of the object indicated by the phrase of the general noun the student, whose indicative range is already determined from the application of the determiner the. From the application of the determiner the, we can understand that there is a prior context that the speaker tells the listeners about the object indicated by the general noun student. We can understand that the speaker can set every subject included in the range indicated by the phrase of the general noun the student according to the application of the predeterminer all from the definition. The predeterminer all is able to be applied as a determiner, an adverb, or a pronoun with the various traits. The speaker conveys the first intention to signify the fact that the objects indicated by the noun student are recognized by the speaker and the listeners in the conversation by the determiner, though there can be a prior context. The speaker conveys the second intention. The speaker conveys the second intention for the entire object indicated by the phrase of the noun the student to indicate the object whose range is specified by the determiner the. Firstly, to get the definition of the transitive verb see from the speaker as the subject with the predeterminer all. In the second clause, the predeterminer the as the definite article tells us that there is a prior context about the object indicated by the phrase of the general noun first student, the application of the determiner first as the ordinal determiner to reveal the order of the object to be indicated as the specified object. The listeners can understand that the object indicated by the general noun student is in a row. To clarify the order among the object indicated by the general noun student. The speaker specifies the object indicated by the noun student, firstly with the determiner first to assign the order of the object, and secondly with the predeterminer the to signify the fact that the object is recognized by the speaker and the listeners. We can understand the description for the object indicated by the general noun is started from the description by the determiner and the predeterminer. The object indicated by the general noun student is in on order, and the object described by the ordinal determiner first is introduced already in the prior context from the application of the predeterminer the.